Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to this, your Virgo August 2024 reading and forecast. Hi, I'm Nigel St. James, clairvoyant, the highly talented and attractive Virgo. Well, we have an interesting deck this month. It's based around creatures known as the Fae, spelt F-E-Y in English, otherwise known as fairies. It might interest you to know that the Fae had, from 400-500 BC, were part of theological tradition in Persia, as it was then, today Iran. It formed, they were recognized in early Christian tradition. I guess you could say that they're also part of Vedic, Indian, Hindu tradition, which refers to the Vedas, which are beings of light, because the Fae are said to be wisps of flame or of light. Now, children are particularly sensitive to the presence of Fae, apparently. But what is important is that the particular objective as the Fae was to facilitate good. So that if someone has good intentions towards somebody or something, then they would facilitate the good to come about. Now, speaking of good, I was given a couple of spiritual gifts at birth, one of which was clairvoyance. It shows up in about 1 in 10 million people, I suppose. It is offered to people wherever you happen to live around the world over FaceTime and Skype. Lots of people have taken advantage of it over the last month. And if you might be interested, then the details of that are in the description below. Now, I charge for those, of course, but there's another gift which I don't charge for and which I offer for free, happily so, and it's the gift of healing. It's a spiritual gift of healing. Now, why did I get that? I have no idea. There's certainly nothing special about me. It comes through me and not from me. But what I do know is this, is that if you do want to take advantage of it, because you just might be at the end of your tether about something, you could be run down, you could have an emotional problem, there could be some physical issue that you have, there's just something there could be a hole in your soul that needs to be filled, or a candle in your heart that needs to be set alight. And if this speaks to you, then just reach out to me. I'm very happy to do it. There's no obligation. You won't be sold or recommended anything. It is literally the free lunch, and I have to do it. So you'll be helping me pursue my soul contract here on Earth if you take advantage of it. Now, we're going to take 5 cards, because that's all we need, and we'll see what's here. Show me the magic. Queen of Water, the Hanged Man, the 6 of Earth, Strength. What is here finally? Ooh, there's the Moon. Now, I'll bring the camera around, okay, so you and I can have a good close look at the color and the art on these cards together, while the energy swirls around and speaks to us both while I do the reading for you. Yeah, some redemption to be had here. Great success. You're going to be very much a target for those things that are around in your external environment. Uncovering some secrets, I think, but a great lust for life. Let's have a look at this first one here, shall we? It's just that it is calling to me and it wants to be had first so that we can move on to the great success that's coming your way. We have the Hanged Man. Well, look, this looks like a dragon, maybe with its claws, with a tail holding the ankle of this fairy that seems to be quite okay with how things are going. Hanging upside down in a meditative pose, almost asleep or just contemplating things as they are, certainly not feeling as if it is any danger at all. And that's a good thing, and that is true for you, because I think what this is doing, placed where it is here, is it is speaking of the end of a situation or a relationship which has become stuck. There's a period here where you are letting go, giving up something in order that you may gain more, surrendering maybe to yourself,
learning to see something in a new way. Definitely the need to break through old behavior patterns, experiencing a change. First, just to get the feeling of what is going on here, I would say that there is a candle in your heart ready to be set alight, a hole in your soul ready to be filled. You feel it, don't you? Well, what we have here is a period where I think that you are going to have really new perspectives on things here. This is where you think sometimes things are hopeless. Really, wonders do occur. And I think that you have come to the point now when you are no longer able to avoid seeing the truth for what it is, the naked reality for what it is. And if that is the case, there is nothing less but to face up to it and let it go. And in the process, I think, there'll be the giving up of I mean this in a respectful way, the giving up of a willfulness, giving up of frozen thought patterns, because this is going to lead you to really good, healthy growth. And you'll be breaking through rigid behavior patterns, clearing away all of the old trash, and perhaps surrendering yourself to the higher self. There's a freedom now from narrow-mindedness, I think, and dogmatic beliefs, believing things just because people told you should believe them. I think there is here also the opportunity to redeem yourself in a situation if it has turned sour, particularly if you've hurt people's feelings. You now have the opportunity to put things right. It's almost as if there is a bringing of light back into darkness. You know, this is implying here that the emotions are like water and should flow. And so you can have redemption or repair of a situation that is related to an emotional event or any transgressions that you've made spiritually, perhaps. It's important to know that you are not a prisoner of your actions in the past. Today, we live in a very fast-moving world, don't we? Social media is on 24/7, and it becomes a sort of a fragile society that we live in as a result. And the fragility of our era is this, too. We don't believe that there is a chance for redemption. We don't believe that there is a hand that will come in to raise you up, for an embrace to save you, to forgive you, to pick you up, to flood you with infinite, patient, indulgent love, to put you back on your feet. Mercy is real. So I do see that this is a time when you will be gaining some, I think some freedom and from emotional ties to guilt from past events. Freedom from blame that you feel for past events. I think it's now possible for you to recognize where you are stuck and in which areas of your life that they are stuck, where things are congealed rather than flowing. And you know, there really isn't anything to do here. The mere act of understanding your reality clearly makes this change possible. Now, you might ask yourself, in what areas of your life are you stuck? Are you ready to recognize and let go of your old, concrete-like thought and behavior patterns? Say this to yourself. I really do value breaking ineffective old patterns that don't bring value to my life. I have trust and deep faith in the essence of who I am. And I surrender to the higher path and God's will. I let go and realize, follow, and accept the will of the divine in my life, which reveals itself to me step by step. Now, I mentioned that there was a great degree of success about, and I see that success radiating up from here. But of course, success doesn't come for free. It comes as a result of training, of overcoming, of defeating obstacles. Let's have a look at this moon and see what is here. Here we have the creature in this time sitting at night with the moon and contemplating perhaps that those shadow aspects of herself have now fallen from her mind, and they play around, confusing her, making her think that what is an illusion is actually a reality. This is something that you want to think about, I would say, at this time. Well, here we have Venus exalted in Pisces. Venus, the planet of great attraction, of desire, of real carnal enjoyment of the material world. And it could well be here that you find that there is, in a sense, some sort of a final testing for you, that you may here and there take a wrong turn. Well, there's no problem in taking a wrong turn. You just go back and take another turn. You might say that I'm making a wrong decision. There's nothing wrong with making a wrong decision, because you just make another decision to fix it up. But there is some illusion around here. The question is that, is it a reality, or is it an illusion? Now, Pisces, as I say here, Pisces is very much associated with your subconscious, with the emotions, with intuition and artistry, of course. And I see here also the presence of Neptune that's around. Well, Neptune's watery depths are associated with dreams and visions and the imagination. And they reflect in some respect the qualities of the moon that I see here. There is a time here which could be difficult, that's testing. Now, if that is the case, the danger of forgetting your true goal in the darkness is very great. Temptations and illusory ideas may be lurking along the way, ready to lead you down the garden path. So be aware, because I think that this is suggesting a time when something in your life is not necessarily as it appears to be. There is a situation around that is deceiving. It could be a person that is deceiving. I think you might find out something about a situation or a person which was, until this time, kept hidden. And then you may be unsure about which way to go, as if you are lost in the dark, as if you're out in the forest at night with no signposts. But the darkest hour is just before the dawn and the sun comes up, and then you do see the way to go. Do you know, I think that this could also represent your shadow self, the subconscious or hidden self within you, just as these creatures were here for this fairy here. Are you harboring any negativity that you have suppressed, or maybe that you're not even aware of? Well, there is the need to dig that out and let go of it now, because it's quite possible that it's acting as a handbrake upon you. And very often feelings from childhood have been repressed, and they can hang around and have a negative impact on our current situations, as you well know. I must say this, though, that I do think that at this period you are going to be someone who is very gifted at turning difficult situations into positive events. You will be able to work through and overcome difficult situations and relationships as well, I've got to say. Now, this can also represent someone who is actually very romantic at heart, but is scared to take the step into romance for fear of being deceived. In any event, you now have heard the call of the unknown, is what I'll call it. You are on the threshold, the doorstep of new experience which is positive. So pay attention now to the voice of your heart and check things out calmly and carefully. Particularly when you get offers of assistance and guidance from others, just look behind the purpose of it. Now, I'm not suggesting that you should be paranoid, but I think you might ask yourself, what inner regions feel strange, alien, or unknown to you at the moment? Where are your blind spots? And what experiences are you most afraid of? You know, you should say this, that I enjoy making important decisions. I value honesty and integrity in relationships. I like what is mysterious within me and also within others. And I express myself fully and openly, just like the moon when it is full, well, where it's responsible to do so. And I do know this, that it is always darkest just before the dawn. Now, interestingly, in the diagonal opposite that is this Queen of Waters. Now, why does that not surprise me? Let me have a look here. Well, here is what I suppose is a mermaid riding on what I suppose is a whale through the waters, allowing the heart to lead, bringing peace to the turmoil and spreading love everywhere. A lot of Cancer around you, I would say, a lot of Gemini as well. Do you know, I think that you are going to be very susceptible, as I said, to what's going on around you, that the events that are happening around you, the opinions and the speech of people that are around you, they could influence you. So just be aware of that. They could knock you off what is your center. Now, you will nevertheless be someone who I think is very intuitive, a very good observer, quite poetic. It's possible that you could have some sort of a psychic awareness at this time. But you will find, and I don't mean this in a bad way, but just be aware of it, that you are going to be very impressionable to other influences from the outside. Now, you will be able to see yourself in other people, and you will also see through others and reflect that back to them. I think what we have here also is that you will have emotions that are shown openly and a great emotional integrity. Now, because she's going on the water like this, her being can't be understood intellectually. You must feel it and sense it. And she is, in a way, shrouded in mystery. And if you understand this mystery, then you'll have to go deep into your realms of sensitivity and feeling. Now, she is in contact with her feelings, as you are going to be. And the people around her, well, I don't think they always understand her, just as they don't always understand you, but that's not a problem for her, and nor should it be for you, because you are not going to compromise emotionally, for in order to do so, you would have to deny yourself. and you might lose the glow of your beauty in doing so. This is a time when you will be quite practical, I think, and you'll be able to communicate your feelings and the realizations that you have very sensibly and economically to other people. There is, however, the need to get in touch with your inner feelings and to be able to express those to others. I think it's also a need here to develop your intuition and to develop emotionally, because you will also be relating to others and your friends in a very easy and emotional sense. Now, it is quite possible, I'm just getting this energy up here, that past hurts to do with relationships could almost have closely destroyed you, really. But you have survived, have you not? And you have pressed on. Because you understand that by showing your feelings openly, you become beautiful. Do you understand that? Now, there may be people who don't understand you. Well, don't concern yourself about it, because there are enough others with whom you can share your feelings. And are you open to your emotions and feelings? Trust them and live in balance with them. And say to yourself, my openness and vitality, they make me beautiful. Now let's have a look at that great success energy that was around there. And incidentally, it's a central energy of your card, of your spread rather. And here we have one of these creatures, who obviously is very powerful, because on this side is a desert, and from her hands fall water, which create an abundance of flowers and foliage. Water the 6 hummingbirds there, and the crow, of course, who's dependent on others, is most grateful for that water as well. A picture of power that is natural. Now, the astrology here is the moon ruling the second decan of Taurus. Well, this is really good, because the moon is exalted in Taurus, and that is a particularly good astrological sign. But the moon has phases, doesn't it? It has phases, waxes, wanes, it goes away, it comes back. And so the success that you have won't be continuing, but I think you'll have a success, and another one, and another one, and another one like that, rather than it being a continual state. Well, as I say, the moon is exalted in Taurus, and the moon likes nurturing and comfort. And Taurus, well, Taurus is your sister Earth sign, is the poster child for love of food, wine, sex, physical enjoyment, furniture, all the good things, material things that life has to offer. And so the moon and Taurus together are really well suited to bringing about success for you. And there is, as a result here, the external manifestation of the inner success within you. Now you say, well, how am I getting success? Well, the 6 planets, I suppose, were 6 of the 7 classical planets, excluding the sun, they give you a clue to how successful outcomes come about. Saturn says that success comes to those who go carefully step by step. Examine and check out everything carefully. Above all, at the beginning and at the end of an enterprise. They must be planned and thought out to the last detail. Well, Jupiter comes along and says, that's too boring to go step by step through every phase. Be open to taking risks. Be open for wonderful surprises and sudden changes in expansion that I bring. This demands flexibility and openness to new, unexpected developments. Now, Venus may say success involves strong emotional energy. Only if you are open to the deep dimensions of feeling will you be able to fully enjoy the happiness of success. Well, the moon may well say that, look, success grows out of the inner depths. And bring up something from these depths. Bring it up so we can see it. Mercury says, success demands upon effective communications. Ideas must be expressed in ways that touch people and inspire them. And Mars says success is achieved through getting on with things, through energy, through endurance. Difficulties must be struggled through to victory. Material success and a feeling of financial prosperity around you now. So be open to your success. It's no less than a gift you can learn to accept thankfully and humbly. The real success only comes once you have learned to serve, of course, because success under these conditions enriches all the levels of your being. Now, what does success mean for you at the moment? Visualize it as precisely and in detail. Let's see what it looks like. But say this to yourself, but at the end of the day, my self-acceptance and self-confidence, they are the keys to real success. And then finally and quickly, this is the perfect way to finish, because this is saying that you are going to have a lustful life. And here we have a dragon trying to probably come and cool itself off, and this mermaid thing which was trying to scare it away has worked out. That giving and taking is what it is all about. There's a multi-dimensional creativity with you now, great talent, great strength, the integration of your animalistic energies and overcoming old fears and conditionings. This is the sun ruling Leo, the sun, the dynamic center of the universe. Now, I think that you're coming to a level of consciousness where you know that you can live a life of joy and happiness. There is, I think, here going to be the case where you challenge a view on what your spiritual life should look like and what might be needed to pursue it. And this is also saying that you will definitely not be punished by God for any moral issues about how you live your love life, provided things are consensual and legal. So guilt and self-inflicted punishment in this area is wrong. And this relates to you having a great passion also for a particular situation. You might just follow after something. And it is about accepting your sexual desires for what they are, rejoicing in them, without letting them throw your life off balance. Could well be a passionate relationship with a lot of sexual and emotional intensity about to start up here. And also because of you doing something, because you love to do it. Do you know, if you are ready to accept all which you find within yourself, you will move through everything with deep sensitivity, awareness, love, and understanding. So take everything in with more understanding and say, I enjoy expressing my energy, vitality, and enthusiasm in all that I experience. I'm a person of character and strength, and I enjoy giving this drop of life, which I now live, to the utmost. What a great set of cards, and you did a great job. Well done.
It seems that whenever I do a reading for you like this, that I always get so much out of it myself. So I hope that you certainly did. I find out more about myself, and inexplicably, somehow or other, it seems to me that I find out more about what is going on in the broader realm, in the cosmic realm. I enjoyed doing that, and I hope you enjoyed it as much as I did giving it to you. Now, unless I see you privately for a clairvoyant reading or for healing, then I'll see you again here next month. And until then, remember one thing, and it is this, that You are a legend, and I look forward to seeing you again next month. Until then, it's bye for now.